Howdy, everybody. Ernie Barber here from the Field of Illusions in Chicago for the final game of the 1986 Freaks League World Series between the Nuclear Rains and the Magic Numbers. Both teams are tied at 4 games apiece. And in this finale, we'll see who's going to get the bubbly at the end. Jim Clancy versus Floyd Yeomans. And we'll get this going as soon as the organist decides to shut up his pipes. Thank you. All right, leading off, Ken Oberkfell for the Nuclear Rains. And he looks at a called strike 3, stood there like a house by the side of the road. Chris Chambliss flies out to center field, 2 away. Here's Don Mattingly, who hasn't done much at all in this World Series. He draws a walk, 2 outs. Kirk Gibson now. Kirk Gibson flies out to center field. No score for the Rains in the top of the first. Bottom of the first now. We'll go with Kevin McReynolds leading off. It's a line drive to third base. Oberkfell makes the play, 1 down. Cal Daniels strikes out swinging, 2 down. Here's Dave Henderson. It's a line drive single to left field. He's on first with 2 outs and bringing up the big boy Mike Schmidt with 4 home runs in this World Series so far. Clancy throws and it's a fly ball to right field. Gibson makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit. We go to the second inning, no score. This is a real popcorn kind of game, so I'm going to have some. Freddie Lynn leads off top of the second and strikes out. 1 away. Kevin Bass flies out to left. 2 gone. Tony Bernazard now draws a walk. 2-out walk. Then Hitman Hearn gets a hit. Line drive single to left. Bernazard stops at second. Here's Cal Ripken, the Iron Man. Grounds out to first. No runs on 1 hit. Bottom of the second. Clancy back to the hill. Darrell Porter leads off with a line drive single to right field. He's on base. Greg Walker now. He socks 1 deep to center field. Back goes Lynn to the track. He makes the catch, but it's real deep, and Porter, with some heads-up base running, goes into second. He's on second, 1 away. Julio Franco. It's a base hit into left field. That's going to score Porter with the first run of the game, and the Magic Numbers have a 1-0 lead. Marty Barrett. Line drive single, first and second, 1 out. Jerry Mumphrey now. Clancy throws, and he hits it through the hole into right field. Here comes Franco around third. He scores. 2-0. Second and third, 2 down. Mumphrey went to second on that throw. Kevin McReynolds walks to load the bases. Clancy in big-time trouble here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cal Daniels, he's been nothing but trouble. It's a short fly ball to right field. The run does not score. 2 down, and Dave Henderson pops out to shortstop. That's one of those negative clutch jobs, as they call them. But anyway, 2 runs on 4 hits, and at the end of 2, 2-0 for the Nuclear Rains. Check that. 2-0 for the Magic Numbers. They've been eating the tainted popcorn again. Top of the third, Ken Oberkfell flies out to center field, 1 away. Chambliss says that looks pretty good. He does the same thing. Flies out to center. Mattingly walks for the second time. Here's Gibson. Grounds out to shortstop. After 2.5, 2-0. Bottom of the third. Mike Schmidt with a booming double to left field. That almost left the park. He's on second. Darrell Porter looks at strike 3, 1 away. Walker strikes out, 2 away. Julio Franco grounds out to short. At the end of 3, 2-0 Magic Numbers. Top of the fourth. Fred Lynn flies out to right. Kevin Bass flies out to left. Tony Bernazard grounds out to second. And the Nuclear Rains can get nothing going with Mr. Yeomans. Bottom of the fourth. Marty Barrett lines out to shortstop, one away. Mumphrey with a walk. He's on first. Kevin McReynolds flies out to center field. 2 down. Cal Daniels rips a double into the right field corner. Mumphrey all the way to third. It's second and third in 2 outs. Bringing up Dave Henderson. Trouble here. Second and third, 2 down. Clancy gets the sign. Throws. Did you hear that? That one's hit deep to right field. Back to the fence goes Gibson. It's in the bleachers for a 3-run homer for Dave Henderson. That came out of nowhere. It's 5-0. Magic numbers. Schmidt flies out to left, but 3 runs, 2 hits. At the end of 4, magic numbers 5, nuclear rains, nothing. Top of the 5th, Ed Hearn grounds out to shortstop, 1 away. Cal Ripken draws a walk. Oberkfell with a 4-6-3 double play ball. And we're halfway home here. 5-0 going to the bottom of the 5th. Darrell Porter strikes out again. 1 away. Greg Walker with a base hit to right field. Franco strikes out. And Marty Barrett grounds out to third. Okay, no runs on 1 hit. We're going to the 6th. 5-0. Floyd Yeomans is doing the job so far. He's allowed just 1 hit. All right, top of the 6th, Chambliss hits a ball out to Henderson in center field. Henderson loses it in the sun, drops the ball. That is a 2-base error on Dave Henderson. Goes from hero to a goat in no time. All right, Mattingly grounds out to second. That's going to get Chambliss over to third with 1 out. And the batter, Kirk Gibson. Kirk Gibson, here's the pitch. That one's hit deep to right field. McReynolds back. That one's in the bleachers. A home run. Kirk Gibson makes it a 5-2 game. Fred Lynn grounds out to short. Kevin Bass grounds out to second. 2 runs on 1 hit and 1 error. We go to the bottom of the 6th now. 5-2. Magic numbers. Jerry Mumphrey leads off with a base hit into right field. He's been on base all 3 times. McReynolds, it's a ground ball to Oberkfell, throws to second for the force. 1 out, man on first. With Cal Daniels due, that's going to be it for Clancy. He was pretty miserable. He comes out for Gary Lucas, the left-hander, pitch to Daniels. Daniels stays in there, grounds out to second, getting McReynolds up to second base. 2 down. And with Henderson due, that's going to be it for Lucas. He faces 1 batter, and 1 batter only. Bill Soup Campbell pours into the mound to face Henderson. Henderson stays up, grounds out to third. All right, no runs on 1 hit. At the end of 6, 5-2. Going to the 7th now. Still Yeomans out there. Tony Bernazard falls out to the catcher, 1 away. Ed Hearn strikes out swinging, 2 down. Cal Ripken grounds out to short, 1-2-3. It's a 7th inning stretch. More popcorn. All right. Another new pitcher now. Bobby Thigpen takes over. He's their bullpen ace for the Nuclear Range. Comes in to face Mike Schmidt. Schmidt lines a base hit to left field, starting off the bottom of the 7th. Porter strikes out for the 3rd time. Greg Walker draws a walk. 1st and 2nd, 1 away. Franco flies out to left, and Marty Barrett flies out to right. No runs on 1 hit. We're going to the 8th inning, folks. Magic numbers are 6 outs away from a championship. Top of the 8th. Oberkfell with a base hit to right field. Davey Lopes is going to run for Oberkfell. And let's see. Ed Olwine is coming into the game, replacing Floyd Yeomans, who gets a standing ovation from the numbers crowd. And the lefty, Ed Olwine, comes in, so Pat Tabler is going to bat for Chambliss here. Davey Lopes takes off for second base. He steals it. Runner on second. Nobody out. Tabler strikes out looking. One away. There's Mattingly. Still waiting for him to do something. Olwine slips on his delivery, and that's a balk. A balk is called. Lopes will go to third base with one out. Mattingly. It's a fly ball to center field. Deep enough. Lopes scores on the sacrifice fly. It's a 5-3 game. 2 outs. Ron Say coming up to bat for Kirk Gibson here against the lefty. So the magic numbers will counter with Rick Anderson out of the bullpen, a right-hander. Ron Say's going to stay up there. He's got some home run power. But he strikes out. So, 1 run, 1 hit. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. 5-3, magic numbers. Okay, Manny Trio goes in at third base for Ron Say. I'm sorry. He goes in third base for Oberkfell, but he stays in the 4 position. Davey Lopes goes to right field. He will be leading off. Okay. Bottom of the 8th now. Still Thigpen out there. Mumphrey strikes out. That's the first time he's been retired. Kevin McReynolds lines out to third. Cal Daniels with a base hit to right field. Another hit for Daniels. And Dave Henderson, hero earlier, flies out to center field this time. Okay. No runs on 1 hit. And folks, we are going to the 9th inning. 3 outs away. Rick Anderson stays on the hill. The Nuclear Rains have only 3 hits in this game so far. The magic numbers have 12. Okay, Freddie Glynn, Kevin Bass, Tony Bernazard are all due. Fred Lynn first. Lines out to first base, and that's 1 down. Kevin Bass pops one up in the air. Foul territory. Walker makes the catch. 2 down. Magic numbers are 1 out away. Crowd's in an uproar. The organist is playing again. And who's coming up? Tony Bernazard. Okay, organist, shut up. Anderson has to concentrate. He's out there. Gets the sign. Goes into his windup. Throws. Bernazard hits it down the right field line with Walker. Snags it. Steps on the bag. And that's it. The magic numbers of the Freaks League 1986 World Champions. Tip of the cap to Mr. Tim Lemke for a great comeback in the World Series. He was down 4-2 and won the final 3 games. Tip of the cap to Scott Bourget for enduring this. Okay, final line score. 5 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the numbers. 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Nuclear Rains. Winner Yeomans, and the loser is Clancy. And we'll have the play-by-play posted tomorrow morning, and then I'll have a little bit of JP Kmish will be back with a little bit of analysis on this great World Series. It's actually only the second time we've had a 9-gamer, the last one being 1948 Freaks League, when Rob Price's fabulous Philcos outlasted Darren Ornstein's Hot Tomatoes. 5-4, with Stan Musial being the big star of that team. Okay, that's it, folks. Glad you can tune in. And I'll be back with a nostalgic Winter League very, very soon. In fact, probably in a few days. Okay, bye.